The Ant and the Grasshopper. I'm a grasshopper!
I'm an ant.
There lived an ant and a grasshopper in a forest village. The ant always sweat and worked hard. Meanwhile, the grasshopper was excitedly playing the guitar in the cool shade of a tree.
It's so noisy. That grasshopper is always just playing.
The ant grumbled, but still worked hard. One bright and sunny day, the ant felt dizzy. The staggering ant fell over and collapsed. Hey, ant! Are you okay? A moment later, when the ant came to, the grasshopper was by his side. The grasshopper had moved the ant into the shade and was diligently fanning and caring for him. The ant was embarrassed and ran away from the shaded area. One day, when the hot summer slowly passed and the weather suddenly got cold, the hard-working ant didn't hear any music.
Why is it so quiet? Where has the grasshopper gone to?
The ant looked over to the tree shade where he always heard the music coming from, but he didn't see the grasshopper. The ant thought, good riddance, and began to work again, but couldn't concentrate on the job. What the ant thought to be the grasshopper's noisy music was actually the strength the ant used to get through the day. That day, the first snow fell on the village. The ant went over to the grasshopper's house.
Is the grasshopper home?
Knock, knock. He knocked on the door, but there was no response. Wondering if anyone was home, the ant looked into the windows and saw the grasshopper, who had collapsed. The shocked ant busted the door open and ran inside the grasshopper's house.
Grasshopper, wake up!
The grasshopper barely opened his eyes. I'm so hungry. There was a lot of food around before the cold winter hit, but now there were only dry and fallen leaves. So the grasshopper had starved for a few days and collapsed. The ant rushed home and brought back some food to eat.
Here, eat slowly.
The grasshopper ate the food the ant had brought. I'll play the guitar for you in return. The sound of the guitar that he hadn't heard for a while warmed his empty heart. And the ant felt very lonely when thinking of going home and spending the winter by himself.
Grasshopper, do you want to come spend the winter at my house?
I don't have any food to give you. The grasshopper lowered his head.
There's plenty of food at my house, enough for both of us to eat and have leftovers. In return, you can play me your music every day.
The grasshopper smiled broadly and nodded at the ant's words. The ant also smiled broadly while looking at the grasshopper. It was a cold winter with lots of snow, but the ant and the grasshopper ate delicious food, played great music, and became friends while spending a warm winter together. The end of The Ant and the Grasshopper.